ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਅਤੇ ਲੇਖਕ ਸ਼ਸ਼ੀ ਥਰੂਰ ਨੇ ਜਲਿਆਂਵਾਲਾ ਗੋਲੀ ਕਾਂਡ ਦੀ 2019 ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਸ਼ਤਾਬਦੀ ਮੌਕੇ ਬਰਤਾਨੀਆ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਣ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਕੋਲਕਾਤਾ ਸਾਹਿਤ ਮੇਲੇ 2017 ਦੇ ਉਦਘਾਟਨੀ ਸਮਾਰੋਹ ਮੌਕੇ ਸ਼ਸ਼ੀ ਥਰੂਰ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਐਨ ਇਰਾ ਆਫ ਡਾਰਕਨੈਸ ਦੀ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਐਮਪਾਇਰ ਇਨ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਬਾਰੇ ਬੋਲਦਿਆਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਖਾਨਦਾਨ ਦਾ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਜਲਿਆਂਵਾਲਾ ਬਾਗ ਕਾਂਡ ਸਗੋਂ ਬਰਤਾਨਵੀ ਰਾਜ ਵੇਲੇ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਵਧੀਕੀਆਂ ਲਈ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਣ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜਲਿਆਂਵਾਲਾ ਗੋਲੀ ਕਾਂਡ ਦੀ 2019 ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਤਾਬਦੀ ਦੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਦਾ ਲਾਹਾ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਗਲਤ ਕੰਮ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਤਾਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਹੇਠ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਸਨ। ਥਰੂਰ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜਲਿਆਂਵਾਲਾ ਬਾਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੇਕਸੂਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਅਫਸੋਸ ਕਰਨ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਣ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਰਤਾਨੀਆ ਨੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇਸ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਣਗੌਲਿਆ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ।
Well, I think it partially happened because we are a forgiving people. And yes, we knew about Jallianwala Bagh and a few other things. And as I said, almost everything in this book was available to us to know if we cared to know it. But we only knew just enough, if you like, to justify the freedom struggle, to justify the nationalist movement. We never wanted to dwell on it. Partly the temperament of our founding fathers, the initial heroes of national struggle, was such that they wanted to move on from that, and they wanted to preserve links in a curious way, rather like the American revolutionaries of 1776. They were fighting for the rights of Englishmen. And these were rights the English enjoyed and that denied to them, to us. So once they won those rights, they didn't see the point anymore, it seems to me, of continuing to harbor resentment. There's an anecdote which may be apocryphal, but which I heard from a reputable source in the book, in which I say that Nehru apparently was received by Churchill in the mid-1950s in London, and Churchill said to him, "How come you don't show any bitterness or rancor towards us when we jailed you for about 10 years for... 10 years of your life was spent behind bars in a British prison." And Nehru replied, "Well, I was taught by a great man," meaning Mahatma Gandhi, "never to fear and never to hate," which in many ways encapsulates, I think, the attitude, which is why, for example, we chose to stay on in the British Commonwealth, which even the British did not initially expect that India would agree to do. Up to then, Commonwealth had been a white countries club. And as we'd broken free of British domination, many assumed that we would just cut all those links. But Nehru actually decided to stay within the Commonwealth and stay associated with the association of countries that had previously ruled. And this has been very much our attitude. We tend to celebrate the things we have in common with them rather than deplore what they did wrong. I don't see anything terribly wrong in that, because I think I'm not anxious to whip up resentments either. What I'm anxious to do is to educate, is to make sure that people are aware. But beyond that, I think one must face the past for itself rather than let it necessarily be a source of continuing resentment today.